Hello. The following examples will help you understand how to divide complex numbers. Let's look at example A. It says 3 plus 2i divided by 5 minus I. Just like with fractions, we're not really going to be dividing. We're going to be multiplying creatively by 1. What we want to do is we want to figure out what do we want on the top and bottom. Well, what we want is the complex conjugate of the denominator. The complex conjugate of 5 minus I is 5 plus I. So since I have that in the denominator, I need that in the numerator as well. Notice this is multiplication. We are not canceling anything here. We are not canceling anything. That is important to understand. Now we need to go ahead and FOIL the numerator. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times I is positive 3i. 2i times 5 is positive 10i. And 2i times I is positive 2i squared. All of this still gets divided by something. 5 minus I times 5 plus I, that uses a plus bi times a minus bi is a squared plus b squared. So this becomes 5 squared, because that's the number there, and the number in front of I is 1, so plus 1 squared. Then you simplify. 15, and this makes a negative 2. 15 minus 2 is 13. 3i plus 10i is positive 13i. All divided by 25 plus 1, which is 26. Some people will stop here, and that's a problem because notice a plus bi is separate. When you have non-real complex numbers, the real part and the imaginary part must be separate from one another. This gives you 13 over 26 plus 13 over 26i. Then you simplify. 13 divided by 26 is 1/2. And again, 13 divided by 26 is 1/2. And we have the I there. So your answer is 1/2 plus 1/2 I. If you want to, you can put the I in the numerator here to make that I over 2. So 3 plus 2i divided by 5 minus I is 1/2 plus 1/2 I. Letter B. There are a couple of different ways we can do it, but I want to go ahead and do it the way that we did it over here. What is the complex conjugate of I? The complex conjugate of I is negative I. So I'm going to multiply both the numerator and denominator by negative I. So the numerator becomes negative 3i. The denominator is I times negative I, which is negative I squared. But remember, I squared is negative 1. That means it's opposite of negative 1, which means it is positive 1. So you get negative 3i divided by 1, which gives you negative 3i. What you should realize is if you have just a single term in the denominator with an I, you can move it to the numerator. Anytime the I changes from the denominator to the numerator, however, we introduce a negative sign. So I could have simply written this down as negative 3i.